Have you ever felt like a woman's interest in you just vanished? One day she's warm, laughing at your jokes, even texting first. Then suddenly it's cold replies, excuses, and distant energy. The reason? It's usually not about what you said, it's about what you silently showed. Women are quick to sense weakness, not the human kind that makes you real, but the kind that signals no backbone, no self-respect. Once she sees it, she can't unsee it. Today, I'll expose 7 clear signs women instantly read as weakness, and how you can flip them into strength without faking confidence. 1. You apologize too much. There's a huge difference between a man who can admit he's wrong and a man who apologizes every 5 minutes just to keep the peace. Women can feel that difference instantly. Think about it. You're with her and she says something snappy that crosses a line. Deep down, you don't agree with her. Maybe you even feel disrespected. But instead of calmly standing your ground, you cave in. You say, "Yeah, you're right. Sorry." You didn't even mean it. You just wanted to avoid tension. At first, she might let it slide. But the more you do this, the more she sees you as someone who doesn't value his own voice. Here's the cold truth. When you say sorry too much, you're not being kind. You're showing fear. You're saying, your approval matters more than my truth. And once she sees that, she loses respect. Respect is what holds attraction. Without it, everything else falls apart. Now, don't get me wrong. A man who never apologizes is just as unattractive. That's arrogance. Real strength is balance. It's being able to say, "I was wrong," when you truly made a mistake, and just as easily saying, "I stand by this," when you believe in something. Women respect men who can hold their ground without turning it into a fight. So the fix here is simple. Stop handing out empty apologies. Next time you feel the word sorry creeping up, ask yourself, am I apologizing because I'm wrong or because I'm scared she won't like me? If it's the second one, swallow it. Look her in the eyes and hold your truth with calm energy. No anger, no shouting, just presence. That's what she'll feel. And trust me, she'll respect it far more than a hollow sorry. 2. You over-explain yourself. Ever noticed how some men write essays for the simplest things? "I'm just going with the guys for one beer, won't be late, I promise, I'll text you when I'm back." Do you hear the anxiety in that? That's not confidence, that's fear dressed as politeness. Women pick up on this quickly. What you think is reassurance, she reads as, "I don't trust myself and I need you to approve of me." Confident men don't over-explain. They don't seek permission. They inform. They say things in short, clear lines. "I'll be out with the boys tonight. See you later." That's it. That's confidence. You're not asking if it's okay. You're letting her know your plan with respect. When you over-explain, what she hears is hesitation. She thinks, if he can't even say what he's doing without justifying himself, how will he handle bigger choices in life? It may sound dramatic, but women test men subconsciously all the time. The fix is this. Cut the essay. Stop trying to predict her reaction. Say what you mean directly but kindly. If she's the right woman, she won't need every detail. And if she pushes back, stand firm. Don't fold into more explaining. Women don't need your paragraphs. They need your clarity. 3. You seek constant reassurance. Let's be honest. Every man has moments of doubt, but when doubt turns into a daily question, it becomes poison. Do you still love me? Are you mad at me? Did I do something wrong? At first, she may smile and reassure you, but the more you ask, the heavier it feels. Eventually, she stops feeling like your partner and starts feeling like your caretaker. Here's the reality. When you keep asking for reassurance, you're saying, "I don't believe I'm enough unless you tell me." That doesn't build attraction. It kills it. Women want to lean on a man's confidence, not constantly build it for him. A strong man still has insecurities, but he doesn't hand them to her to fix every day. He works on them himself. He shows his worth through action, not through needy questions. The fix? Build inner security. Next time you feel like asking if she still loves you, stop. Breathe. Ask yourself, has she shown me through her actions that she cares? If yes, you don't need to hear it again. If no, then the issue isn't her reassurance, it's her actual behavior. Learn to separate the two. That shift alone will make you look stronger in her eyes. 4, you put her above your own life. This one stings, but it's the truth. Too many men sacrifice themselves in the name of love. You cancel gym sessions, drop your friends, skip your goals, all for her. You think you're proving love, but what you're proving is that you don't value yourself. Here's the thing, no woman wants to be your whole world. At first, she might enjoy the attention, but deep down, it starts to feel suffocating. Why? Because the moment you make her your purpose, you put pressure on her to give your life meaning. That's not love, that's dependency. Women are attracted to men who have their own world, dreams, hobbies, friends, goals, and invite her into it. She doesn't want to be your everything. She wants to join your something. The fix here, get back to your path, go to the gym, see your friends, build your vision. Let her see that you're committed to yourself first. When she feels you're a man with direction, she'll respect you more. Ironically, when you stop making her your entire life, she'll want to be in it even more. 5. You avoid conflict at all costs. A lot of men confuse peace with silence. They think if they just keep quiet, avoid confrontation, and let things slide, they're being the bigger person. But what actually happens is the opposite. She stops seeing you as strong and starts seeing you as passive. Picture this. She does something that bothers you. Maybe she flirts with another guy a little too much, or maybe she dismisses something important to you with a laugh. Inside, you feel it. You don't like it. But instead of saying, "Hey, that didn't sit right with me," you smile, pretend you're fine, and swallow the words. You tell yourself, it's not worth starting an argument. But the truth, you just taught her something. You don't stand up for yourself. Women don't respect men who are afraid of conflict. Conflict doesn't mean screaming matches or drama. It means telling the truth, even when it's uncomfortable. When you avoid it, she starts to think, if he can't even face me, how will he face life? And once she sees you can't stand firm, attraction quietly dies. The fix is this. Stop thinking conflict is war. See it as clarity. Speak your truth calmly, without aggression, but also without apology. Say, "That bothered me," or "I don't agree." You don't need to shout. You don't need to dominate. You just need to be present in your truth. That presence is what women find magnetic. Remember, silence doesn't create peace. It creates distance. 6. You overshare emotions. Too soon, now don't get this twisted. Women love emotional depth. They want a man who can feel, who's not a cold wall. But here's where many men go wrong. They confuse openness with unloading. Some men think that by telling a woman every fear, every insecurity, every trauma in the first week, they're creating intimacy. But what they're really creating is pressure. She barely knows you, and suddenly she's carrying your emotional baggage. That doesn't build closeness, it builds exhaustion. Here's the truth. Vulnerability is powerful, but timing is everything. Real strength isn't about hiding emotions, it's about pacing them. Let her earn access to your deeper world. Share gradually, piece by piece, when trust has been built. That way, it feels like intimacy, not a dump. Think about it like this. If you open the vault too quickly, the treasure feels cheap. But when you reveal it slowly, with trust, it feels priceless. Women don't want a man who hides everything, but they also don't want a man who bleeds everything on the first date. The fix? Balance. Share when it's right, not when you're desperate for connection. That's how emotions become strength instead of weakness. 7. You wait for her to lead everything. This last one is huge. Many men fall into the habit of waiting. You wait for her to text first. You wait for her to suggest plans. You wait for her to decide where things are going. In short, you wait. And waiting screams weakness. Women don't want to drag you into leadership. They want to feel pulled into your direction. If she always has to be the one pushing things forward, she starts to feel like she's playing both roles, hers and yours. And nothing kills attraction faster than that. Imagine this. You're interested in her, but you sit back hoping she'll make the first move. Maybe she does once or twice, but eventually she gets tired. She thinks, if I have to chase him into action now, what will life with him look like later? That's when she pulls away. The fix is simple. Lead. Call her, plan the date, take initiative, show her that you can move with clarity. Leadership doesn't mean control, it means direction. Women want to feel safe surrendering into a man's energy, and they can only do that when they feel he's confident enough to take the first step. So stop waiting. Waiting is weakness. Action is strength. Every time you take the lead, you're sending one powerful message. I know where I'm going and I want you with me. That's what inspires her attraction, her trust, and her respect. At the end of the day, weakness isn't about showing emotion, being kind, or being vulnerable. Weakness is about abandoning your backbone. These 7 habits are silent killers of attraction, but the good news is you can flip every single one of them. Stand firm in your truth. Stop apologizing out of fear. Lead with calm presence, and watch how differently women treat you. So tell me, which of these signs do you catch yourself doing? Drop it in the comments below. If you found this eye-opening, hit like, subscribe, and turn on the bell. Because remember, women don't respect men who beg for approval. They respect men who respect themselves first.